Right then, so this isn't going to be easy to see because my fabric doesn't have a wrong side and a right side. If you're doing French seams, you need to start off with your fabrics wrong sides together. So if you're having a directional fabric, you want to make sure that your fabric is running in the same direction, and then you're going to place it wrong sides together. Place it wrong sides together, and you want to stitch across the bottom using 1/4 inch seam allowance. If you've got a fabric that's non-directional, fold it together in half with wrong sides together. Confuse myself then. So placing it wrong sides together, and you're going to stitch 1/4 inch from the side, and again I'll start from the top going to the bottom on both sides. So I'm going to go and do that, and then I'll explain then quickly how we're going to do our French seams. So I've done my first seam, so we're right sides together, and I've done my first seam 1/4 inch from the edge. So now you're going to turn it through, so now that you're wrong sides together, and that seam is now going to be on the inside. I'm just making sure that when I turn it through that the points have been pushed through. And you may find it just helps for your next stage that you just press that to make sure the seam is open. So I'm going to press that, and we've got the next stage. What I've done is I've pressed it, making sure that the seam is flat and that it's to the edge of the fabric and not folded inside. Now the idea of the French seam is you've got your raw edges, you fold them in, and now when we do another line of stitching, those edges are going to be enclosed inside. So now I'm going to stitch again from the open end to the bottom. This time I'm going to use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So there we go, another line of stitching. So that's now going to go on the inside of my bag. So if I turn it through, it means that the seam that's on the inside is neat. There's no raw edges. So there we are. We've got two different types of bags. We've got the one that's got the seams finished. That one's on the overlocker. You could do it with zigzag, or we've got the French seams. So there we are. You've got your bag pieces, and now we're going to come back tomorrow and we'll do the handles.